And welcome back to the Crypto Hulk Show. Oh, yeah, it's going. It's starting to look pretty good. But you know what? That stablecoin, but one of the stablecoin bills passed. Then we got the other one that's about halfway done. That's what, like, people are knowing. All these people that weren't doing anything with crypto, all of a sudden now, they're like, I think it might be about time to get into crypto. Aren't they going to pass that law or something like that? All this money. Look, you and me are in crypto. We're probably like 1% of the population, okay? Think what's going to happen to like whatever cryptos are out there. Like, you got one, it's going to 100x. You're going to have 100 times more people. Okay, 99. You're going to have 99. You're going to have 100 times more people in this space buying up crypto. Your friends start asking, hey, what's your top 5? Like, what are you investing in? That's where this goes. I'm telling you what, now is the time. We got some great news. It looks like YT shut off my chat box. Let me do this. I will have to get back at you. Hold on, just. And we're back again. Okay, now I got the chat box in. I can see who's talking to who and what and all that. YT tried doing the thing. So, man, let me check. I got to check the numbers. Just hold on. Okay. 10%, maybe 5% of the people have sold off XRP. It's all speculation. Now, look, you can make profits right now. Like when stuff goes up, look, we don't have stablecoin. We don't have all these laws right now. We don't have global regulation. So these cryptos are going to continue going up and down. Right now, if it's green, then, I mean, I personally don't, but just because I just don't like the whole idea of buying and selling off crypto, but you can still make cash on that. It's like if something's up 20%, you got a choice on what you want to do. Sell off 20% and take a little bit, or just sell it all off. Wait for a day, 2 or 3, buy back in. I mean, these are all different tactics you can do. See, all these new people are coming in. That's what's happening. Look, they're not making any major laws or anything right now. So as new people pour in, your cryptos are going to go up. And then they're going to go back down later. Just letting you know. You might as well take advantage of it. Sell off at a certain point. If your crypto goes up 20%, you sell off. Now you just got 20% more for nothing. It's free. It's free money. These new people, as this Crypto Genius Act and the Clarities Act and stuff start to pass, new people are going to come in and drive up some of these prices. People like you and me are going to look at it and say, oh, damn, that's up 20%. Okay, I'm selling off. And then when it dumps, you go back and buy it again. Some people are going to do that, okay? These are just ways for you. Some people that don't know, people that are good at trading and this and that, they already know. But, I mean, look, crypto ain't taking off tomorrow. So nothing's going to the moon or none of that kind of crap. You're looking out probably maybe a year. I don't know how long this shit takes. I really don't. I can't predict times and dates. But what I can predict, what I've seen for 5 years, crypto goes up because new people hear about it and they start buying it. And then they get bored because they're not rich tomorrow. And then they start pulling out. So all these high prices right now, you watch, they're going down. All right. So you might as well take advantage. If your crypto's up 20%, sell off. And then when it dumps, buy it back in. It's all your choice. My name's Crypto Hawk. I'm not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor. Don't do anything I say. Don't buy anything I tell you to say, or don't buy anything I tell you to. Nothing on this show is truth. Everything's fake. There's no deep dives on this show. I don't investigate anything. I just copycat. I just copycat what other people say. That's all I do all day. Before every show, me and my financial advisor is a toy. He's about 6 inches tall. His name's Zoltar. That's where I get my financial advice from. Before every show, me and Zoltar snort coke. We inject heroin. I have to help him put the needle in. I got to tie the rubber band around, or the rubber around his arm, so we can get the vein going and shit. That's pretty much how we do it. We get a spoon and a lighter and we heat it up, and yeah, we go places. So every show I've ever made or any post I've ever done, anything at all, drug related. Okay. Just want to put that disclaimer out there. So when we're in court, you can explain to the judge why you didn't listen to the disclaimer and why you're a fucking dumbass. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got going on here, buddy. Let me take a look here. Good morning, says Dark Leprechaun 6. Johnny Varela. Good morning, Hulk. People out there talk about Basel 3. Basil. Let's check out the hash pack wallet here. Where'd that one go? Still up quite a bit. Bank Social still up 25%. Sauce is up 12. HBAR is 11. Hash pack, or the pack crypto, is about the same. I mean, look, all stuff speculation. Like, you can make money off speculator people. When these crypto laws, people are starting to talk, hey, they're tell their friends and all that stuff. That's why all these prices go up a little bit, 10, 20%, 30. So there are opportunities for you to make money. Like, you can literally sell off all of a certain crypto, make that 30%, wait a few days, buy it back in. Now you got 30% more for free. Because the speculator people come in. You guys are ahead of the game. You're already in. And you're looking at your crypto, oh shit, this is up 20%. This is up 30%. New people, it's just like when we have a crypto of the day and some of you decide to invest in it and it goes up. Other people that are already there, they look at it, oh shit, my crypto's up 500%. I think I'm going to sell off some. I mean, it's the same thing. So right now you're into certain cryptos. They're up 20, 30%. You could potentially sell it off. Wait, day 2, 3, 4. People are going to get bored. I'm just letting you know. People are going to get bored. The new, oh, I'm not rich tomorrow. Look, I invested yesterday. Why am I not rich today? That's how these people think that are brand new. Why am I not rich today? I heard in crypto, you could just be like a millionaire and shit. So if you want to look for an easy way to make money, just when you see a 30% increase, sell off, wait for it to dump back down to zero again, buy it back, and now you just got 30% for free. Thank you, newbies. I mean, that's what some people do. So you have to decide if that's what you want to do. All right. We got Mr. Lucky. Hulk, what color Porsche am I buying you when I cash out the big one? Black with black and red interior. I want that graphene window coating. It keeps the heat out. Let me take a look here. All right, remember I told you, ain't nobody getting rich till Africa's hooked up. We're going to have to go over the Africa story. I need to show you what's going on in Africa. Let me find the article. You're going to love it. Nope, right here with China. Oh, my God. I want to show you, everybody. The other channels have no idea. Let's look right here. All right, now we're going to start off with this. No other channel on the planet in this solar system knows about Ripple China. I know. It's sad. How sad, Crypto Hulk, how sad. So I'm going to talk about shit no other channel has evidence about. A lot of people might say, oh, yeah, I've known for years the government's in with China. Do you have evidence for this? Well, no. Shut up. Here's the title of this article. China looks to Africa as a testing ground for a global rollout of the yuan. Everybody, everything that I've been telling you literally for years is coming true. I've been telling you, if Africa ain't hooked up with crypto, you ain't getting rich. Now what are we seeing? Africa's going to start getting hooked up with crypto, and the Chinese are coming in. Ripple partner China is coming. I'm showing you how this is coming about. The dollar is going to have to dump. I'm just letting you know the dollar is going to have to dump. We are going to create a fake crisis. I'm showing you the fake crisis right here. Ripple, San Francisco. You know what? It's so funny. It fucking cracks me up. All these fucking dumbasses that go to like these Ripple conferences and shit and want to listen to what's Ripple going to talk about this year at the conference. And I'm just like, wow, these fucking dummies. Ripple's the fucking government, asshat. So for brand new people, let me show you the evidence right away. We're going to start with dessert first. Let's look at this here. These other channels, pathetic. They have no fucking idea what's coming. But I'm going to show you ahead of time what's coming. We got Chris Guetta. Need a merch shirt, says Chris. Why am I not rich? I bought crypto yesterday. That's what these people do. They get on the show. They think, okay, yeah, I don't know anything about crypto, but okay, I decided to pull the trigger and I'm going to get in and be rich tomorrow. And I got $20 to spend because I just don't trust it, but I'm trying to make $1 million. Okay, that's pretty sad. Rosendo, thank you very much for the tax-free donation. We appreciate you, Hulk. Best show on YT, Caleb Brown, and that's faux show. That's what he's saying. So there's your article I just sent you. I need you to go to the 37-second mark. 37-second mark. What do you see right here? Ripple China. No other channel. No other channel. What I'm showing you, what I have been showing you for years, and no other channel has a clue. Pathetic bastards. All these other channels do is repeat everybody else. How fucking original is that? Now this guy says this, and over here he says that, and Smoky Mountain Bob sent me that, and Road Apple Eating Dude sent me this other one. Okay. Then we got Big Hype and Short Fatty. Short Fatty sent me this other article here. Let me show you what Short Fatty sent me. Okay. That's how we do it on other channels. Now for the adults. Go to the 37-second mark. You have some called Ripple China. Yeah, I know. This whole Ripple thing is the government. I already showed you already. I showed you on their website. Ripple took it down Ripple took it down. Ripple was a government contractor, subcontractor. It was on their website, but Ripple took it down after I was the only one that exposed that on the internet, just saying. Ripple took off their website that they're a government contractor / subcontractor, just saying. Not a big deal, right? What we're looking at here is Ripple China. So it appeared, I know you're a detective, but you got Ripple and the country of China working together to form what we call the CNY. That's a CBDC. It was invented, looks like here, 2013. Wait a second, Crypto. 12 years ago, Ripple is in China. Yeah, Justin Sun did this from Tron. He's a government operative, just saying, just like everybody at Ripple. Justin Sun went into China as Ripple China and made their cryptocurrency 12 years ago. Okay. There's some of your evidence here. If you watch the whole video, you can see a lot of other evidence about China. The XLS 40 or XLS 20 automated market maker. I've been showing you this shit for 3 years, even before Ripple even told you. They must love me over at Ripple. All right, next. I showed you on my short video, the next piece of evidence we have is China is involved in the United States national, and I can't say security, and I can't say blockchain platform that they're rolling out as we speak. It's called ADAPT, AADAPT. It's called the Adversarial Actions in Digital Asset Payment Technologies. What this is it's from a company called Meter, MITR. It comes out of Virginia in 1958. Now, it comes out of McLean, Virginia, about 4 miles from the central, and I can't say intelligence, and I can't say agency. This company was first in charge with air, and I can't say defense systems, okay? Don't want to talk about that. Secret agency. It's not audited by anybody. There's no oversight. This company gets a check every month, and they can do whatever they want, okay? They made a blockchain platform that the United States government is going to be on, and all the cities, counties, and states. I did a show on this the other day. It would behoove you to review it. Now, if we look into that video that I made for you, all the evidence is here. We scroll down. It's a good size video. It takes about 2.5 minutes, and I scroll through it. But what we have is this MITRE, MITRE, that made the ADAPT program. You got Bill and Melinda Gates in there, and that's the Mojo Loop pretty much right there. And we got Facebook, Libra, DM money in there. We also have the People's Bank of China. Oh, shit, Crypto Hulk. And then you have what's called the digital yuan. It's involved in the United States security platform. Just thought I'd show you. If you want to see truth, you'll never see on any other channel, because these people do not know how to deep dive to save their life. You'll see the People's Bank of China, DCEP/digital yuan. So there's evidence right there. You can see it on my channel that the Chinese were involved in creating a platform for the United States for cybersecurity. I know it sounds counterintuitive. It's just the facts. Hey, Grok showed it. I'm just reporting it. I just showed you the digital yuan already on this page here. Ripple China, CNY. That's a digital yuan. CN is country code for China. The Y is yuan. So what we have here is like if it's US dollars, USD, right? USD. What does that mean? US stands for what? United States. D stands for dollar, right? Same thing here, CNY. CN stands for China. Y stands for yuan. This is 2013 I'm showing you here. Ripple China. They're not talking about paper money, unfortunately. This is a partnership that no other channel on the internet has. It's showing China and Ripple making a digital cryptocurrency. So then the next page I have here, you could look up, I told you, is where the People's Bank of China is involved in this digital yuan project. And so is the United States blockchain security protocol called ADAPT, AADAPT. Next, I have evidence here in my little video that I made yesterday showing a Ripple China timeline. It shows here, June 27th, 2013, the Ripple China Trading Center was launched. I know, sounds kind of scary, but Crypto Hulk, why doesn't anybody talk about this when they go to one of these Ripple events? Because these other social media influencers have shit for brain, okay? They can't figure out their elbow from their asshole. So this is what we got. Alipay, that comes from Alibaba. They're a Ripple partner. TenPay, showing right here. TenPay is Tencent. That's a massive Chinese company. Both of these companies, Alibaba and Tencent, I think arguably are probably bigger than Amazon. They've been Ripple partners for 12 years, but you won't hear that on any other channel. Now, this next page you can't see, but I'm looking at it now. It's the 2013 and the 2014 Ripple customer list. I got all the names right here. It's actually quite lovely to look at this. I've got wallet addresses on the XRP ledger. I've got websites for each of these Ripple customers in 2013. We got Bitso right there. Ripple China, SnapSwap, Ripple Trade Japan. We got SBI Bank. SBI was partners with. There is nobody except Crypto Hulk channel that's showing you all these connections. Very interesting. Let's go with the article. Now that I've already proven that China's a Ripple partner, let me show you how all this is going to go down. Somebody's like, release the list, Crypto Hulk. No, I won't get credit for it. Other channels will steal it, and they'll have a rise to fame without Crypto Hulk's name ever be mentioned in there. So nope, not going to happen. Now let me do some fortune telling here. China looks to Africa. Now what's going to happen here, Crypto Hulk? China is going to release their cryptocurrency to the continent of Africa, which is going to cause the dollar to take a major hit. Africa is going to start utilizing the Chinese yuan. There's going to be competition. I want you to see something here. This is all fake. This is theater. That China, let's read this, and you're going to kind of see where this goes. Hey, I'm glad this is happening because we're watching. I'm just sitting here watching the movie, checking my phone while the movie's going on because I already know. I run Crypto Hulk channel. I already know what the fuck is how they're doing this, okay? A growing list of African nations have made deals to explore. I want you to see this, everybody. It's coming. It's coming in hot. Watch out, Willie P. A growing list of African nations have made deals to explore or implement use of the Chinese cryptocurrency called the digital yuan for trade and financial transactions. Oh my God, Crypto Hulk. It looks like the American dollar is going to take a hit. That's the whole plan. They've got to make it look like, okay, see, the beauty of this channel is we can look at an article because I already showed you the evidence. There's no other channel that can do this, but we can look at an article and just kind of, we can laugh because we know this shit's totally fake. What they're going to do is try to appear to create a crisis for the American dollar. Let me tell you something. This might even cause a black swan. Let's see how this little Hollywood movie unfolds, Crypto Hulk. China appears China appears, according to the news article, that's right, the key word in my opinion is appear. China appears to be positioning Africa as a testing ground for internationalization of the crypto, the digital yuan. Oh. As it seeks to expand the cryptocurrency's global use and China wants to break the dominance of the US dollar. Oh my God, is everybody afraid? Oh no, the Chinese are taking over. Holy shit, Crypto Hulk. What are we going to do? Oh, we're going to laugh. We're going to laugh. That's what we're going to do. If you've already got the right cryptos, if you watch Crypto Hulk show, you'll know what cryptos to buy. And if you got them protected in Caleb and Brown, we're going to sit back and laugh at all this shit right here. During a recent meeting in Cairo, Egypt, the central banks of China and Egypt signed a series of agreements. By the way, Egypt's like a massive Ripple partner. Just the Bank of Egypt, Egypt's biggest bank is a Ripple partner. Just saying, okay? But the newbies don't know this shit, okay? That's why we watch Crypto Hulk. See, the dumb people out there are like, oh, I could just find the article that Crypto Hulk's reading and I don't need to watch his show. I'm like, well, you really do take Oscar Myers in your booty hole, don't you, from your boyfriend? During a recent meeting in Cairo, the central banks, oh my God, now it's getting serious. I'm getting afraid, Crypto Hulk. The central banks of China and Egypt signed a series of agreements to promote the use of the yuan in trade and investment. These deals, launched by the People's Bank of China. Now, again, I already showed you the People's Bank of China is already involved in the national security of the United States in the ADAPT program made by the company called Mitter, which is a government contractor. In that article, you can watch on Crypto Hulk Show, you can see that the People's Bank of China, they're involved in helping the United States national security. Let me continue reading this fake fucking letter or this fake fucking article. Don't tell nobody. This shit's a secret. Okay. So these deals that China made with Africa and stuff are lauded, L-A-U-D-E-D. They're lauded by the People's Bank of China governor, Pan Gongsheng. Isn't that a kind of food, like a noodle dish or something? Never mind. Crypto Hulk, stop berating. Crypto Hulk, stop berating the Chinese. Hey, you stop using big words on the show. Pan Gongsheng, as a key step in advancing economic ties, were signed last week during the Chinese Premier Li Qiang's visit to Egypt. So the Chinese are getting in there. They're spreading their little fucking communist money, digital currency that Ripple San Francisco made for them. I want you to see what's going on, everybody. We got a fake crisis going, and I have to hit the meter. Bullshit. That's bullshit. Okay, I feel better now. Let me continue. The deals also cover cooperation. Oh, they're cooperating, huh? On electronic payments. Well, gee, I wonder what payment system the Chinese are going to use, Crypto Hulk. Yeah, you'd ask that question if you didn't watch Crypto Hulk channel. So there's deals on, they're cooperating. The Chinese and the Africans are now starting to cooperate on electronic payments with China. It's including expanding China's Union Pay services, and Ripple's all mixed up with that. China is mixed up with Ripple and their banking system, services and facilitating cross-border business. China is mixed up with a company called Liang, Now, Liang is one of the first banks in China to have cryptocurrency. That's a Ripple partner. So Ripple is already in China with a bank called Liang. That's a Ripple partner. And I'm sure, because you know how China works, if you own a bank, the government owns it, and they claim that it's yours, but really the government owns it. So the government in China is already using Ripple Tech through Justin Sun in 2013. But also through a bank called Liang. That's a Ripple partner. It's in China. So everybody's using that technology. So here we have Egypt coming in with a TEDA, Suez Economic Trade Cooperation Zone near the city of Suez. That will be done via local currency settlements made through cross-border interbank system, or CIPS, CIPS. That's China's alternative to the Swiss International Payment Network. Egypt joins a growing list of African countries that have yuan-based deals. Are you seeing, everybody? It's all getting hooked up. Crypto Hulk says, you ain't getting rich till till Africa's hooked up. And what we're seeing now, China's hooking them up, okay? It's going to create a fake American dollar crunch crisis. I want you to see this fake little sham going on right now. Now, we also have South Africa hooked up with the Chinese, Nigeria, Angola, which are all exploring the use of the Chinese currency for trade and financial transactions. It's going to appear, everybody, in about 6 months from now, China's getting a foothold into Africa. It's going to appear that the United States is losing. I want you to not be shocked when this happens. I want you to realize, damn, that Crypto Hulk guy was showing us the whole time, okay? It's all got to happen because we've got to let them go first, okay? Because America's all ready to go. Like, we've got so much tech. I could get literally a message from Wells Fargo today, update, this important update, then bam, you know what? I'll have digital wallets and all kinds of shit ready to go. That's how fast this shit can happen, okay? We don't need 1 year or 2 years to hook up. This shit's already done. They just need to send us the software and wham, bam, and I'm not going to say thank you, ma'am, okay? For example, Nigeria has a currency swap agreement with China. Oh, they do, huh? Now, in Nigeria, very heavy Ripple presence. In Nigeria, it has a currency swap agreement with China that was renewed in December, allowing direct exchange between the Naira and the Yuan that bypasses the US dollar. Very interesting. According to Lauren Johnston, a senior fellow at Ost China Institute and a China-Africa expert, Africa is a continent where trade with China is important. Let me cherry pick the rest of this. Using the Chinese money might be on a small global scale, and China's footprint in the region is relatively large. So what they're doing is they're not doing a whole bunch of trade. What they're doing is they're getting it all opened up, okay? They're getting the ground rails. They're like laying the railroad tracks. And we have a couple little trains running on the tracks, but not a whole lot. All they got to do is get these people, everybody. This is how it's going down. I'm showing you. You're not going to get rich off crypto until Africa's hooked up. I'm just saying. XRP won't be no $3, $4, $5 or none of that shit until Africa's hooked up. All right? $10, $20 XRP. Africa's got to be hooked up. I've been telling you for years now, okay? This is what's going on. China is laying the groundwork, laying the rails of XRP because that's what they're using. They're using XRP, XDC, Stellar, shit like that, okay? They're letting out the train tracks to all these countries, maybe, and there's just little tiny trains on these tracks, okay? All you need to do is lay the tracks out because you could have millions of trains on that tomorrow. That's what they're doing right now. Nobody's noticing. Nobody's talking about this because it's not rocket ships. It's not going to the moon. This article, no one's going to talk about this article because it's not exciting to some people. But when you understand what's going on, this is how they're setting up the continent of Africa under. It's looking like China is doing it. Well, I don't care about that. No. I just want to get rich tomorrow. That's why you're going to miss out and your cheeks are going to get clapped because you have no fucking clue what's going on in the world. You cannot see trends happen. That's how I find news. I look at what's going on in that country and then this crypto company's doing what? Let me look up that crypto company. And oh, they got a token. Interesting. Okay. That's why I study internet news from all around the world and tell you about it. I'm going to let this article rest. That is what's going on. Is you've got Ripple that hooked up China, that's laying the groundwork in Africa so that one day a switch can get flipped. That's what's happening in that part of the world. Now let's look at our next article. Let me go over this one. This is the first time that this has happened in the United States. Here is why a lot of this crypto price now is going up, because people are speculating. But look what we got right here. You got the first U.S. bank, something called U.S. Bank. So U.S. Bank has now a stable coin issued on a permissionless blockchain. Custodia Bank, working with Vantage Bank, completed America's first ever, everybody look, it's coming. This is massive news right here. Look, when I talk about massive news, it doesn't, to me, price increases, that's not, it doesn't even, not even talking about that. That shit's not important. Anything price related right now is speculation. Hey, use it for your advantage. If a crypto goes up, sell it off if you want, make 20, 30%, and then buy it back in a few days. You got Custodia Bank working with Vantage Bank, completed America's first ever tokenization of a bank's US dollar demand deposits on a permissionless blockchain by issuing, transferring, and redeeming AVIT stablecoins for a bank customer. This is massive right here, everybody. This is the first time this shit ever happened. The door has been opened on stablecoins for banks. What has to happen is, again, we got to let the smaller banks come up. We got to let the slow pokes, right? That's why Africa's getting hooked up. America, all these banks, I've already shown you, they've already worked with the government. All these systemic banks of America have all got this done. It's all private and quiet. Non-disclosure agreements have been signed with the government. This is all stuff that a lot of it I don't have evidence for. It's just common sense, okay? From all the news that we've seen, you're going to tell me JP Morgan's not hooked. I already showed you the articles. Citibank's hooked up with the government, making this adaptive platform, and they're rolling it out now. All this shit is done. These banks already know. They're all signed non-disclosure agreements because this depends on the safety of the United States. I'm showing you now what's happening. You're watching what's happening in advance on Crypto Hulk Show. A new US dollar payment rail has now been activated inside the United States banking system. Do you get the gravity of that statement right there? Let me repeat this again. I don't care about the price. Forget about the fucking price. That's why you get wrecked, because you chase dollars, and when you got to back up, it's just like trying to read something with your face right against your hand. Take your face away from your hand. Look at the news that I'm reporting to you. Then you can start to find trends on your own, okay? A new US dollar payment rail has now been activated inside the United States banking system. At a time when global community is increasingly demanding a U.S. stablecoin for traditional use. Now, at the same time, we got China over in Africa hooking them all up with the digital yuan crypto. There's going to be a battle. The United States is going to appear to lose it first. China's going to appear to win. We're going to need to come up with something. The economy is going to start dumping. They call it a black swan. The American economy is going to start dumping. I'm just letting you know what's going to happen. Be prepared. America's going to need help. And then out of the blue, Donald Trump's going to say, well, we kind of got this crypto technology, which might help. And I'm like, bring it. Fucking bring it, DJT. Bring it, DJT. Bring it, DJT. That's what I'm going to be saying over here like a cheerleader. That's how we get rich. Okay? You've got to go through hell sometimes to get to heaven. Don't stop waiting. If you're going through hell, then I don't know that country song, whatever it is, right? Don't stop, just keep going. And the devil doesn't know your name. Crypto Hulk, would you stop singing the country songs? All parties to the series of test transactions observed several efficiencies, low transaction fees. Look, this is already done. They're telling us right now. A new US dollar payment rail has been activated, everybody. Congratulations to all of you. IBEW Dan, member for 20 months. Ripio is ripping 800% in the last 24 hours. Yeah, we pumped that one already. Somebody got this. What other people are doing now is they're copycatting what Crypto Hulk channel does, okay? They're finding the exact cryptos that we pumped, and they're going back and trying to pump them again. So just because how it works is Crypto Hulk leads it and everybody else follows. And that's fine. They're making money off it. But all you got to do is just find the cryptos that we pumped, and then they're going to pump the same exact ones. It's a copycat game. These people are not special. They're not intelligent. They copycat. Now, Crypto Hulk, what crypto is this? Are these banks using? Well, I'm going to show you right now. US Bank is part of this. Let me show you. Let me look here. We've got US Bank. And they're working with something called FinVenture Capital. Let me look in here. They're working with the Federal Reserve of Philadelphia. So let me take a peek. So those two banks created a stable coin. That was really just kind of what I wanted to get into on this point here is they've already released a stable coin and it's working. And you've got Custodia Bank involved with this project. Now, the other banks are going to have to play copycat with this. That was the main point of what I wanted to show you with that article. It's already here now. This is the first bank. So now everybody else is going to have to come up with their own stable coins. And they're going to use the technology, and we already know what that's going to be. Let me click. Now, JP Morgan. Let me go over one more article. I want you to see something about JP Morgan and Ripple and Israel. Let Look at this right here. JD, thank you very much for the tax-free donation. If we look right here at this article, JP Morgan joins a company called Island, and they're out of Israel. The arrival of the Wall Street is testimony to the value we bring, added Island, that many of the world's largest banks have already chosen Island. JP Morgan, they have an equity partner and has taken on strategic stake in a company called Island, the Israeli US company. First, let me start off by showing you some evidence here that Israel has been a Ripple partner from day one. Let me show you the evidence. Let's just get that out of the way. Maria Sangria. Thank you very much for tax-free donation there, lady. So here's your Israel article. I want you to go to the, well, right from the beginning. Go to like the first 1-2 seconds. What do you see? Ripple Israel. Israel's first Ripple gateway. What does this say right here? Now, right now, Israel is not acknowledging they have a digital shekel. Here's evidence they've already had one for like 12 years. The next generation of digital currencies is now available in Israel. Ta-da, courtesy of Crypto Hulk. Ripple Israel is the first Ripple gateway established in Israel. We provide a service enabling people to transfer what? To transfer their new Israeli shekel to Bitcoins and the Ripple network. Everybody, they've had a crypto since like 2014. Remember, I have the Ripple customer list. There's your web page right there. I had to cover up some stuff right there so you can't see it. But they had a wallet and all that stuff. You can see the wallets right there. Now, what Ripple's going to do is, number one, Ripple's going to announce in the next year or so that they have a wallet. You can clearly see right here, create my free wallet. What Ripple has had, and I've shown you this for at least 3 years now, Ripple's had Israel as a partner since like 2013 or 14. I'm showing the evidence right here. And you could move a Bitcoin super fast. This whole Lightning Network thing's a bunch of horse poo-poo. Because if you look later in this video, let me show you. You could move Bitcoin instantaneously. Let me back this up. It says Ripple Israel is the only service in Israel that provides automated Bitcoin withdrawals. Listen to this. Most Bitcoin withdrawals are initiated within 60 seconds after the request. They were able to move. Now, this is like 12 years ago. Now, I don't know what the time is now. Probably instant. 12 years ago, I'm showing you Ripple Israel was able to move a Bitcoin in less than 60 seconds, okay? Nowadays, I'm sure it's instant. So this whole Lightning Network thing, it's just for show. That's not even a thing. I hope you do not invest anything in the Bitcoin Lightning Network because they already have the shit figured out, everybody, okay? 12 years ago, they're moving a Bitcoin in 60 seconds. Nowadays, I'm sure it's probably 2-3 seconds, okay? Just thought I'd show you. Now, let's get back to the article right here. So you've got JP Morgan coming into Israel and backing this they put $250 million, it looks like, into this company. This company looks like it's worth like $5 billion. The investment is made through JP Morgan's $1 billion growth fund. They're talking about cybersecurity is at the top of priority list for the world's largest organizations. So you got JP Morgan jumping in with $250 million Now, let me tell you something. Go down to where I want to show you some. Look where it says banking on the browser. Go down about 4 paragraphs. For Island, the JP Morgan check delivers both fresh capital and a marquee customer reference in the financial services sector, a vertical that has accounted. Okay, what we got going on? Look up to the paragraph right before that. There's a guy here named Mike Fay, the one-time president of Symantec and CTO of McAfee. Stop. We went over that article. If you look back on my show a couple days ago, we talked about the meter, MITRE, and I just talked about the ADAPT program, AADAPT. That's where I said the People's Bank of China is involved in that, right? I also told you that McAfee is involved in that. That Symantec is involved in it. Look right here. What names do we see right here? Symantec and McAfee. They're in charge of the government. See, MITRE, MITRE, it's a private company that works for the government that designed a security protocol that's being issued now to the whole United States that the government's already using. The states are going to use it, the counties and the cities, the municipalities, the provinces and parishes. They're all going to use this security platform so they're not hacked. And like I just showed you, McAfee and Symantec are all involved in that government project. So it's very interesting how JP Morgan is going into Israel and they're talking about investing in the security platform. I'm going to tell you what, it's that ADAPT program. That's what it is. Because these players in this, they're the same as the government security platform I showed you the other day, that secret one. Very interesting. But there's your Israel connection. Israel's a Ripple partner. And you got JP Morgan jumping in on the security company in Israel. Very interesting stuff. How much have we got? 8 minutes left. Okay, let's do this last article here. Copy and a paste. Let's look at what Ripple's doing. And they're tokenizing right here. Look at this article. The XRP ledger is XRP ledger to Star and Ripple. There's a company called Control Alt. It's CTRL and then space and then ALT. Ripple's working with this company and they're going to tokenize Dubai real estate. Control Alt will use Ripple's custody infrastructure to store tokenized property title deeds on the XRP ledger. This is a use case. This is what's going to cause the price of XRP to go up and stay up. Not these little pumps that we all say, oh, Ripple's up today 20%. That shit doesn't matter. It's going to go down tomorrow 20%. I'm not even concerned with that shit. The only concern is when it's up, sell it off, and then when it dumps, buy it back. Ripple has partnered with United Arab Emirates-based Control Alt to expand its institutional custody in the Middle East, supporting Dubai's efforts to digitize its real estate sector. Control Alt will use Ripple's custody infrastructure to store tokenized property title deeds or tokens on the XRP ledger. Ripple's technology will help manage fractionalized real estate titles, enhancing Control Alt's asset tokenizing infrastructure. That's what Ripple's doing right there. Now, I looked up that company. I looked up Control Alt, and Algorand is working with them as well. So that's a crypto. And I've seen Algorand's their price kind of bumped up a little bit too, about 10 to 15%. But if you remember correctly, let me show you this article here. You already have Ripple, HBAR as a partner, and Algorand. There's your evidence right there. So as I read, I did a background investigation on Control Alt. Control Alt is a United Kingdom-based business-to-business infrastructure provider. They specialize in tokenization of real-world assets. They were founded in 2022. They have, as of now, they've tokenized $300 million of assets, but you don't see it on the XRP ledger, okay? Because it's on a private ledger right now. Okay, Ripple has already acknowledged. David Schwartz has told us multiple times they already have a private ledger. And right now, there's $300 million. Control Alt has tokenized $300 million, but it's on a private ledger. That's why you don't see the prices go up, okay, everybody? It's done all this way for a very purpose. I think to keep the prices down. I don't know why, but it's all going on private ledgers. One day, all that private, you know what? We have no idea how much they've tokenized, but that's where the term flip of the switch comes from. When they take all this private, secret stuff they've tokenized, put it on the ledger, they could put billions and billions, maybe they got trillions. What if they have trillions of dollars tokenized that immediately just get put right on top of the XRP ledger? Your crypto's sitting at $1,000, $10,000. That's how this works. I'm just letting you know. That's why, like with me, I don't sell to take profits on any crypto. I don't care if I got to wait 3 years from now or 5 years. I don't care. One day, they're going to see, if you sell off your crypto to make your little 30%, let's say this. Let's say the government doesn't take our crypto. Okay. And we're allowed to keep it. Something's going to happen. People are going to sell off their XRP to make, let's say XRP goes up 50%. These people are selling off, right? What they're going to see is the price of XRP is going to maybe dry. Here's how I think it might go down. If I'm trying to steal your XRP and I'm the government, here's what I would do. I would somehow create an event that's either going to get people to sell off the XRP. Driving up the price could be one way, because then people that buy in, now they can't buy one XRP anymore. If it's like $500, they'll probably be able to buy a portion of an XRP. You create some kind of event that drives the XRP price up by people either buying it, but then they got to sell off. Look, whatever happens, one day it's going to happen is they're going to dump all this stuff. Everything they've tokenized, they're going to dump it on the XRP ledger, and that price will skyrocket just like that. You could be looking at a $10 XRP. Oh, I'm going to sell off half my XRP and buy it back. You go to sell off half of it. That's just the day the government dumps trillions, boom, onto the XRP ledger, and that price goes down to $1,000. You're priced out. You just fucked up. Because you were watching that channel that told you price targets to sell off XRP and take a profit level at, you just fucked up. For me, that'll never happen. Because I don't sell off any cryptos to try to make money and then buy back in later. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just I'm that what if kind of guy, and I can wait. I can wait 3 years if I have to be rich. I'm fine with that. It would suck, but I'm cool. But I'm not selling off cryptos, because what if the government does some shit like that and they dump $10 trillion into the XRP ledger? Shit, you know? So, I mean, all this is your own choice. I'm not here for 5 years. just to try to make 30% on a $3 XRP. Like, I don't fucking care about that. So I make $1 on every XRP I own. Like, what the fuck? Who cares? So that's just what I wanted to show you here is this XRP tokenization we got going on in Dubai. You don't see any of that on the ledger. How often has Ripple done this? How often has Ripple worked with companies, maybe the DTCC? I don't even know how much of that quadrillion they got tokenized at the DTCC. Let me show you. Well, I'm not going to show you right now because the show's over. But they've been tokenizing for 10 years. Of that 3.7 quadrillion, how much is already tokenized? That means that XDC price, that's going to be fucking nuts, though, because XDC is working with them. So of that 3.7 quadrillion, what if 1/3 of that? I don't know the numbers. I have no idea. I'm not going to even fucking guess to think about it. But one of these days, all of this secret dumb shit they're doing, boom, goes right on there and the price skyrockets. You're priced out overnight. That's how this goes. Anyhow, that'll conclude for today's show. I'm not doing a PM. I'm going to Sacramento. I don't have time today for a PM show, so this one will be it. And I'm going to wrap it up. I'll see y'all probably Saturday show. And I don't know if it's an AM or PM for Saturday. So I'll see y'all then.